Hi class, first I want to start off again by saying my name is Jake Buerger. I loved everyone's speeches last week. I actually really enjoyed watching them. I peer reviewed only 3, but I did watch most of the classes and they were actually really good. So I first want to bring up my last week's speech. So last week I talked about becoming a dad or becoming a father and what I wanted to accomplish out of that, because I was having a son who was due August 1st, Leo. And so he was due August 1st, and I wanted to relate that, my last week's speech, to this week's speech and kind of build on top of that. So, this past Tuesday, I actually became a father. So my son was born a few days early, and he was born July 5th. And he was born 7 pounds, 13 ounces, at 7:39 p.m., and he was 21 inches long, or tall, however you want to think about it. So I just wanted to share my experience with you guys of what I actually went through. So I'm from North Carolina. I live in North Carolina currently. My wife, she lives in Las Vegas, and I had to buy tickets to come out early to make sure I didn't miss my son being born. So I bought a ticket to come out on the 24th, and a day later my son ended up being born. So I was completely not expecting it. I knew he could be born, but I really wasn't expecting it at all. So actually, when she picked me up from the airport, we went straight to the hospital. So the first visit to the hospital, the doctor said, I mean, you're close, but not quite yet. Go home, come back, go walk around, do some stuff. And so we did. We went home. I think we were home for about 3 hours. I got maybe an hour nap in, and she came up to me and she had to go back. She was in so much pain, she had to go back to the hospital. So our second visit, they were like, oh yeah, you're ready. And so 12 hours later, she popped out our little boy, Leo. And it was actually quite the experience for me. As I saw him coming out, I saw the umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck. And so when the doctors pulled him out, he was like purple, dark blue, and it was terrifying. It was probably the worst feeling I've ever had in my stomach and my body. And he wasn't crying or moving, and the doctors took him away really fast. And I'm trying to see through the doctors, through the nursing station, and I can kind of see him moving. And I get a good glimpse of him, and I just see him pushing away the doctors, fighting them off. And so he wasn't crying or anything, but I saw him actively like, get away, get away. So that actually, that made me extremely happy to see he was doing good, because for a second I didn't know how he was, or if he was going to make it. That was quite a terrifying experience. But so yeah, he had some complications. With breathing, they put him on oxygen, and about an hour later of being in the nursing station and being on oxygen, he was off and breathing on his own, and he was good to go. A strong, healthy, happy little boy. And it was an experience I can't compare anything to it. It was very, very wild and insane, but extremely happy. So he is doing great. My little boy is doing great. He's a few days old now, and I am extremely happy to be a father now. So, and I want to say thank you to the class for letting me share my experiences with you. And I look forward to seeing the rest of your class, or the rest of the class speeches. So, thank you.